Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Let's Talk Sport. It's round 3 knockout time of Qatar World Cup. So let's talk World Cup. It's growing on me. That little beat's growing on me.
Interesting.
That's the first time he's forgotten about that. It's been a couple of
never
since
seen
he's missed
that
the beginning. Have you never seen it? Something I threw together. It's just like kind of amusing little gifts.
Whose fault is that?
Yes, that's all
That was nice.
It's all on me. It's all on me.
nice.
That one. It's all on me. So,
Gentlemen, what's going on?
Boys and girls, what a last couple of games. I don't even know where to start. It was.
I don't know either.
I mean, we rounded up round 3. We thought,
Right.
Usually round 3, usually kind of games are done and dusted. Groups are kind of sorted out. There's not much drama. Everything's kind of simple. And, groups A and B kind of did go that way. There was not too much drama. There was settled in. And then somebody just lit the touch paper on some of those last games. And
yeah, man.
I mean, I think we've all just about caught our breath from this evening, but I mean, it started.
Yeah.
I don't know when did it start. Back in the sort of the Poland, Argentina, Saudi, Mexico games, where it really all kind of started to really get tense, wasn't it?
I mean, you couldn't say better. Couldn't say better myself. These games have just been. I pulled up the games for round of 16, but I'm actually going back. Back in the standings, and I'm like, oh my God, everything was close. And I predicted that two Africa teams are going to make it.
Yep.
3 Asian teams were going to make it, and I predicted Germany would be out. And I'm still flabbergasted that Germany is still not here. Like, I just some of these big dogs are like, ain't big dogs anymore. It's nice that everyone is getting the opportunity now. It's more spread the love. Spread the love now.
Spreading the love around a bit.
Love now.
Absolutely.
It's nice.
I mean, some of the big, as you say, some of those big names, Germany have gone, Belgium have gone,
Right.
It's some of them you'd expected and some of those sort of you didn't but those two going out in the group stages, there's always at least one shock, but two of those, two big European nations. Yeah. I think Belgium is probably a bigger surprise because of the group they were in.
Yeah.
I think I
agree. Yeah.
I think just the level of blow up with Belgium as well, right? Like all of the stories that are coming out from that Belgian camp are just absolutely insane. Like I know obviously, I guess Kevin De Bruyne is like correct. That squad probably does need to go through some level of sort of like rebuilding now. Like they've had that same generation of players for quite a while.
I think they were the oldest squad, weren't they? They were the oldest squad at the
my
club.
God,
one of them,
It sounds like there's people like not talking to each other in the team.
Yeah,
there's like it's like, oh my God, like it's gone like nuclear over in Belgium.
And they're like way over Lukaku. Like they are just over him. And he should have scored a few times. Belgium could have went through if he would have scored those last couple.
Just hit the back of the net. Yeah,
exactly. It's
his job what he was there for, and it's a team game and everything, but when your striker's missing glaring chances, it's like, come on.
I want to know what Thierry Henry's role in there is. Like, I kind of want to know what he has to say.
I thought he was kind of like, was he like a assistant head coach or is it a consultant football thing?
Yeah. I thought he was like one of those type of roles.
It's one of those roles that like has a big title, but no one actually is entirely sure what they're doing. Type jobby. That kind of
so what did Thierry Henry do for you? Well, yeah, he kind of came and stood on the sideline and was better than everybody on the pitch and made us feel really bad.
Kind of stood there and looked attractive like Thierry Henry does. I don't know what. I don't know what she's actually doing.
I don't know what else he did in terms of coaching, but every time the ball went anywhere near him, he kind of killed it with one touch.
Yeah, just had a really nice first touch. The audience would be like, "Whoa!" and then that was kind of it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I think it happened when he went back to Arsenal, and he came back from MLS. He went back to Arsenal for like a 6-week period or something, and everyone was like, "Oh, damn, he's just better than everybody on the team. It's just not fair." And he's been semi-retired for a year. Yeah.
Right.
So, as you say, a quick look back at some of those crazy results. We didn't pick the Australians. We said they were plucky, but we kind of leant towards Denmark, and there you go. Australia being plucky, get the win and get through. What
a result!
I mean,
what a result. Is that the biggest shock? I mean, it's quite bizarre. That should be the biggest shock, right? Australia getting through.
I woke up.
But
I woke up that day and I was like, you know what? I just have this feeling that Australia is going to win. I just had this feeling because Denmark, you know, they're a great team, but they got to be on. And sometimes when they're off, I mean, they're off. So it's like, there's one of those things where which Denmark is going to show up. And Australia took advantage of everything and that rightfully deserved.
I think so many people have had Denmark as like a dark horse for this tournament, right? Like it almost feels like, was it Turkey in the Euros last year when everyone was like, yeah, Turkey going to surprise everyone. And then they just absolutely bottled it. Like didn't turn up in the group stage, were dreadful.
Trash.
And it just feels like Denmark is like, they've kind of taken their
Denmark, turn. I think Denmark rode or a sympathy wave a little. I think that's why people wanted Denmark to do well. I think there's a sympathy aspect, the Ericsson coming back, this fairy tale story, and it would have been the fairy tale story if Denmark could have done like really well and got a long way into the World Cup, you know, come back from what he came back from, etc., etc. Right. But the rest of the team just didn't turn up for the whole group stages, and you know, as you say, 1 week they're here, one day they're not, and they just got found out. I mean,
such a talented group of players as well, man. It's crazy.
Facts. No, it is.
Tunisia pulling off the inevitable France just not bothering to turn up.
Wow.
It's weird though, right? Because I mean, like I know obviously they made a hell of a lot of changes for that game, but
they did.
You'd still expect them to be able to get the job done. So I don't know if this is maybe like a, you know, like not that it really mattered, like France were already through, whatever, cool, but it's still like.
Still a little bit of a flag.
If we can't really rely on anyone that's not in our first 11, question mark.
It could just be, you know, the game was done, we were through, nobody cared. That could be, that's probably the French narrative they're putting at it. But as you say, you know, you've got to wonder whether or not everyone else is going, well, if you get injury, if you can, you know, kick one of their first teamers off the pitch in such a way that they kind of have to go off. Their second side isn't that strong, so maybe there are the soft underbelly that you can get at.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you kind of give them some credit. Like, I mean, I think, I checked the like lineups and stuff of the game, and I'm pretty sure Camavinga was playing like left back or something. And I mean, Camavinga's a good player, but he's not a left back. So it's like,
exactly.
If that's kind of the extent of like the squad depth you're looking at, that has got to raise a couple of question marks.
You've got to question whether or not they've got enough squad depth, or was it just get as many players on the pitch as possible, even if
that's
it's
true.
not their position.
That could be the case.
Yeah, dude, Poland shit the bed. Like honestly, like they honestly, like I've been one of my best friends is Polish, and he was like, man, my team is trash. My team is. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Let me tell you something here. You have a top 10 goalie in the world. Okay, you do. You have a top 3 forward in the world. Lewandowski, in my mind, second. It's one of those things where your team is either on or off. They're going to show up or not show up. You have a talented team, but they shit the bed this game. They just didn't. They didn't show up. They just didn't show up. They had opportunities. They just didn't show up, and Argentina took advantage of it.
Took advantage, was pretty more clinical, got the goals that they needed, and then you can see as soon as they got the goal, Poland were like, "Oh well."
Yeah, exactly.
It was almost like they were never getting back. Right. This one was mental.
This one, I have no idea what the hell happened. Saudi Arabia scored that goal, and I'm like, "Wait, are they going to come back? Wait, what the hell? Where was this Mexican team the whole time?" Like,
why did Mexico wait till the last game of the group?
Exactly. Wait till the last game. And in Saudi Arabia is a very talented team. And that number 10, I've been saying for years. I haven't said to you guys, but he's a great player. Plays at the best team in Saudi Arabia. He needs to go to Europe, in my opinion. But it's just this game was just back and forth. Who was gonna do something? I don't know.
The only thing I can think of is maybe Mexico have looked at this and they've thought, right, fine. This game doesn't matter now. We can just play like free reigns kind of jobby, and like I get that, but it's like
they had a chance.
Just imagine what this tournament could have been if this is the team that had turned up.
They had a chance.
Yeah, and they waited too long, maybe, or maybe they were overawed and they gave Argentina and Poland far too much credit. And I think maybe small nation going against 2 big teams, and then
I guess when you think of coming up against Argentina, you kind of automatically grant them some respect, right? Not that you maybe like should do, but it's like oh god, that's Argentina.
maybe Mexico approached this group and kind of went, "Oh, Argentina, well, you won't get anything there. Poland, we'll be lucky to get a draw there, but we'll beat Saudi, and maybe that's the mentality." But
dude, Saudi
man. And the Canada didn't get it. Didn't get the win.
So gutted for them, man. Absolutely so gutted.
But Morocco deserve it all, man. Morocco's been steady. They've been a big surprise for people, and I'm so happy for Morocco. But Canada, as you said, Matty, I'm gutted too, man.
Big time,
gutted
man.
Too.
Big time.
I mean, but we called this as an emotional pick. We wanted to win, but we did say that pick me up. You gave Canada the win that they kind of should have got and deserved to have got. But we also said at the time we could easily see Morocco doing a 2-0 and walking away with this. So it's an unfortunate one. We really wanted Canada to get a result, but kudos to Morocco. They did what they needed to, and by winning this game, they got through as well. It was like, because this game, come on,
dude, Croatia.
If you talking a team that shit the bed, come on now, Belgium,
dude, Croatia, man, like they had opportunities too. And so did Belgium. They both did. They had a chance to really come out in all the games that they all played, Croatia and Belgium, to really make their mark, and they just both shit the bed.
Yeah, you can't remember anything about either of the two teams. You know about the Belgian team, you know the team in the squad that they've got, and you think, well, you've messed up. Then you think Croatia, they've always been in and about. They've always been semi-finalists, quarter-finalists.
Right.
And they were just blur. Just all through the group, just blur. They haven't
just blur.
But like that genuinely is the only way to describe it. There's nothing else other than they were just kind of there. Like it's just okay, cool. Do something. Like
it's like that meme, isn't it? Just prodding. Do something. Do something. Do something.
Right.
And they just didn't. And
FIFA activate.
Do whatever it is. Pay someone.
The next two games is where it gets.
The next two games.
On a spice.
Dude.
What?
Stressful. Wow. Germany laid it out there, man. They came back, and Costa Rica was like, where did this come from? So it's like, it's just, Costa Rica could have made it too. Both these teams could have made it. Easily.
Could have made it because at halftime, Spain were cruising, France and Germany were cruising 1-0. Everything was like everything was right in the world, right? The two teams who you thought would get through this group were somehow getting it done, and then somebody the FIFA just went,
maybe not.
Magic 8 Ball, shake it all up. Let's have some fun, right? And then Costa Rica go 2-1 up. Japan get level up. Yeah. Then Japan get the phantom goal. Was it over the line? Yes, no. I mean, come on. And it's a shame from an English perspective that Germany yet again have fallen foul of was the ball over the line controversy.
Yeah. Very
shame.
Upsetting.
Very upsetting.
I
feel for them.
Only just stopped crying, actually. But
I don't feel any.
I don't know. I'm not sure the sarcasm came through loud and clear enough there.
I won't lie. Give a shit.
These two games did bother me in some sense, right? Because obviously this was like a crazy group, and it was really cool watching everything finish.
Yeah.
But when Costa Rica were 2-1 up, and I believe Japan were also 2-1 up. Oh my god, mate, I can't do this. When Japan were also 2-1 up, because there was that mad 5 minutes where both Germany and Spain were going out, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, that's a madness. But what really annoyed me was how in a 3-game group stage are Costa Rica going to go through with a goal difference of -6?
Yeah.
That feels illegal. Like that shouldn't. That shouldn't be happening. I just I get it. Points are points, but you can't play 3 games, have a goal difference of -6, and still go through. That's outrageous.
And potentially the team that battered you 7-0 not go through. Equally, it was like
it came down to a yellow card. It came down to like a block at the end. Or come down to goal differentials now, and I'm like, geez, this doesn't even feel like it's the FIFA World Cup at all.
It's just sort of crazy. I realized that as I'm listening to some of these crazy things, people were talking that it's going to come down to the Fair Play Awards, who's got more yellow card, and it's like, more decide that on. It's like,
how is this happening? Like, what is going on?
It's like the Champions League. sometimes.
Oh, it's just sometimes, the goals for, goals against just it doesn't. And it's like, oh, you scored more. Yeah, but they let in more. But you scored more. What? Yeah, but you've got a yellow card and they've got two yellow cards and they've got one red. And it's like, oh my god, it should not be that complicated. But you're right. That golden 7-minute window where Japan were winning and Costa Rica were winning was just like,
what time to be alive, mate. It was a good time.
I predicted that too, man. I said Japan's gonna win, and man, don't feel sorry for Spain at all. There's some types of that ball that was out, some camera angles that was in. It just goes by the VAR, goes by what the referee is gonna do. Spain, suck it. Bye.
Yeah. Hey, and just to say, we nailed that. We called it 2-1 to Japan.
Yes.
We did.
So we got all 3 ballots on that one. And then
it's all gone wrong from there.
Yeah. So then it's just pure red from there, but then it was just mental from there because I mean, South Korea.
I know. Yeah, man. Well, let's go.
You've suddenly just found the South Korea.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Wait, you said I had a stupid amount of hats. Where are all these coming from, mate?
Dude, I have like 50 hats, bro. I got so many jerseys and so many hats, man. I am the king, dude. I am the king of sports over here. They call Mr. ESPN, man. I'm everywhere with this. I got you. You think you got a collection? I got you, man.
No,
you have a nice collection. You have a nice collection too. I like your collection.
Thank you, man. Thank you. That's all. It was a bit of a long way getting to it, but I was just fishing for that compliment all along.
Fishing you wanted. Every time you're going to turn up with a new one.
You both are very impressive men. You're very impressive men.
That is impressive. Probably the only time I've ever been told that. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
man, weird thing is that it's been told live on the internet.
Class and respect.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
It's all love on here. It's all love.
All love.
Spread the love.
Yeah,
some crazy games here. It really was. It was a shame to see Uruguay go out.
Mate, I think I get a weird amount of satisfaction from watching Luis Suarez cry.
Dude, I know. It feels so good.
It's just satisfying.
So I felt guilty about it. With that Liverpool aspect from it, I felt guilty about it a little bit.
And you should. I understand.
Because I feel bad for Nunes. I did not feel that bad for Suarez going out. I don't know why. It didn't feel as bad. I felt bad for Nunes.
He's a biter.
Suarez crying on the sideline. There was something kind of pleasing about it. I mean, and even though they beat Ghana, somehow Ghana helping them to go out, retribution as well from the penalty thing. It was kind of like that. But,
that's the kind of result we live for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Exactly. And then this evening's games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that Cameroon scored though. I really am not. No. Brazil just didn't look. Brazil just was like whatever. And Cameroon.
I think it was the blue kit
fighting. It has a blue kit. Yeah,
it's the kit.
If they'd have played in yellow, they'd have probably scored 2 or 3. But this blue away kit thing was like, I wasn't really sure. Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, Cameroon scoring was lovely. It was a great moment.
Great moment for them. Yeah.
I mean, I like the way the guy scored, took his shirt off, knew he was getting a yellow card, knew he was going to get sent off. But hey, last game in the World Cup, why not show off your body?
Yeah,
right?
I mean, why not? that's the kind of level of like petty shithousery that I live for. I mean, why not?
Yeah, look at me. You wish you had a body like me. I'm taking a red card here.
Literally just the bit in Borat when he's like, "You never get this." That's all that was. That's all that was.
He took his shirt off and said, "Women, I'm here."
Women are just like, "Here's my name. Here's my number. Come."
I have arrived. Yeah.
And then
this game. Oh my gosh! Wow. This game was intense.
This game was
everyone.
I thought it was going to fight. I thought there was going to be a fight.
Oh, there was a fight at the end with Shaka. Dude, I couldn't believe it.
Of course, it had to involve Granit Xhaka. Yeah,
dude, yeah, always. He's always going to.
If it was ever going to kick off, he was going to be right in the middle of it.
This was a tie game. I really thought Serbia was gonna come out and tie it though, because Switzerland didn't look good at times, but they did capitalize on everything with Serbia. But Serbia looked good too. They had put the right substitutions in, and they did the right things. No, I liked it. I liked the substitutions, but
when they took their second striker off it,
that was the only one I didn't like. That was the only one I didn't like. But everything else, like this was a good game. It was a fight game. I thought the ref handled it really well. the ref handled everything really well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
it could have descended into
madness. It could have got out of hand. So in that respect, it was like well officiated, I guess. Yeah.
But as a game to finish the group stage, couldn't have asked for any better, right?
Drama,
excitement, tension,
right up until the final whistle. Because
it was brilliant, wasn't it? Because if Serbia hadn't got a draw, they wouldn't have got through, but it would have had such a massive impact because the Cameroon goal and that game finishing beforehand. And I thought that was great. Some of the extra time, some of the time added on was all completely different. Even though games kicked off at the same time, one game was finishing 6 minutes before the other one. It was just like, let's get more drama if you can get some.
Well, and so also Serbia on paper, they look like they got the better team. And I mean, Vujovic, if they didn't take him off, I was like, okay, that's going to change some things a little bit. Because
you run through that Serbia team. I was quite surprised by that Serbia. When you run through it, and you go, I know him. Oh, there's Mitrovic. Yeah, I know him. There's Tadic. Yeah, there's some names in there. You're like,
it's like Poland. Like you got the league, you got Lewandowski, you got Cash, you got Gillick. I was like, wow, okay.
So it's knockout time.
Here we go. I can't wait. Let's go.
Starting us off tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon for us. Tomorrow morning. I'm guessing everyone in the US is getting up early tomorrow.
Oh, you know I am. Can't wait for this. Listen, man. You know what? Netherlands look good at times.
At times.
Netherlands they look good and they don't look good. It's all about what type of Netherlands teams is going to come out tomorrow, if they're on or off. Because USA in the last 15 minutes they fight until the very end, and it got into a goal with the Pulisic. So if USA can just stay with them and outplay them, and the Netherlands don't show up, USA is going to win this game. But if the Netherlands come out, hold on. If the Netherlands if the Netherlands come out and they're like, fuck it, then they're like, okay, then they're up by 2 goals. I'm like, yeah, this is over. This is over.
It's the thing, isn't it? It depends on the first 75 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know what Netherlands team's going to show up. They do even their legend today. Their legend, De Boer, he was even saying that he doesn't think they're going to win the World Cup, but it's all about who shows up. It's all about what Netherlands team shows up. He was very
interesting
honest.
when you say which De Boer was it though? Was it Frankie or was it the other? Was it the more famous one?
It was their.
Was it Ronald De Boer or was it the younger twin Frankie De Boer? Who was?
I think it was Frank. I don't know if it's Frank. I don't know. It's De Boer. It was De Boer. I recognize him. But I don't know where.
I recognize the surname, but potentially it might be one of the. It might be the second, the less known of the twins or the brothers. I don't know. You're right. I mean, it's an interesting one. You know that USA are going to fight right to the 97th minute or whatever the average time is. But will they be fighting an uphill battle because Netherlands have come out and kind of laid down a marker early and gone bam bam bam. Gakpo looks really good. He seems to be finding a way to stop him scoring. Interesting, he's the only one that's kind of scored so far, and they've got plenty of others in their team who maybe need to start coming to the party a little bit more. I just, maybe it's historical, but I just think the Netherlands are going to have the nuance and have just the nous to get through this. It's a knockout game. You think Van Dijk, you think the defense is going to be strong enough to hold up against the US. I've got to lean towards Netherlands. But I don't, in any way, shape, or form, think it'll be a 3-0 blowout walkover.
Ignore that.
Matty's just getting attacked by his microphone.
Mate, I don't know what's going on today. I'm really struggling. Every bit of me with any, not any logical, because like basically every part of me thinks the Netherlands is going to do this, but there's just something that makes me think.
Yeah, I'm with you.
This US team is just going to turn up and be like, do you know what? We have nothing to lose here, and I think the US is going to do them 2-1.
Especially Dest is born and raised in Netherlands, and now he's a US guy. So I don't know. That's a good one for me. It's either going to be 2-0 Netherlands or it's going to be 1-0 USA, just like last time. Those are my 2 score predictions.
And as you say, and also, it'd be curious to know how the US team feels. I mean, have they peaked and have they is this success for them to get out of the group? Getting out of the group, is that enough?
Right.
That's true. I think anything
past
this
moment
point is like a win, right? Like at
Anything's
least
a win.
that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. So,
like I said,
also,
go on, man.
Is Pulisic going to be back? Is he going to be fully fit?
He's ready to go. He's ready to go.
Fine. Because that's big. That's a big thing.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
I mean, look, I'm willing to go with the group. I think it's going to be I think 1-1 after 90 minutes, and then I think USA sneak it 2-1.
So that's the saving grace. Now you're in the round of 16 in this thing here. You can
you
predict a draw,
and
then it goes to overtime, and then it goes penalties. So
my seat on the fence doesn't have to get too cold.
Yeah, you got plenty of splinters in this one. Plenty of splinters.
That's what I like.
Let's go with it. All right, because it's a tricky one. I mean, as you say, but I could easily see that being done and dusty by half time if the Netherlands come out.
Exactly. If the Netherlands come out, right. Now this game.
Shut your eyes, take a dart, throw it in a board. Come on.
Right. This is not the first bold prediction about Australia I've made this World Cup. No, I'm joking. Could you imagine? No, I have a sneak suspicion that Argentina might just get this one done. I think.
You think they've righted the ship after that?
I think so, but then not that I'm firmly sat with a plank of wood betwixt my cheeks, but there's something about this Australia team. They're so plucky. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Could they be that?
Matty, I'll give you more time.
All right, just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a minute. Okay?
Guys, I am confident that this is where Argentina ends it. Okay, this is the end for them. They always screw up around this time. Australia 1-0.
Oh my God, he's gone for it.
Let's go.
Lionel Messi's last World Cup is ended by Australia.
This is what happens. This is always what happens all the time. You know what? When they won the Copa that time, that was their time. That was their time to shine. Messi got his Copa. I'm so happy for him. This time, no, it's not happening.
Lick the stamp, send it.
And if I'm wrong, I will manly admit I'm wrong. I always do. But this time, this is Australia.
If you're wrong,
I still believe Australia.
If you're wrong, we want you wearing an Inter Milan shirt.
Oh my God! Don't do that to me.
My God!
Are we locking this in? Are we saving it? I've got. No
hey, you guys could do what you want. This is just me.
Now, why not? I think we go for it.
I don't mind this at all because, as you say, the Australian team have got all out, nothing to lose. They're flying high. They're through the group. Nobody expected it after their start.
Yeah.
Why not? Right.
I guess it's also
we've seen magic already this World Cup, so
it's also almost like a difficult. Not a difficult situation for Argentina, right? But I guess when you look at a game like this and you're like, right, this is a team we should be dispatching. That's almost like such a dangerous position to be in, right? Like Australia have nothing to lose here. If they turn up to this game and get whacked, it doesn't matter.
No,
if they take it to extra time and still get beaten, that's still like they pushed Argentina quite far. Like
exactly.
If Argentina lose this game, that's going to be like a meltdown. Like Australia have nothing to lose in this game, and that could kind of play into their favor. Like Argentina might go into this game playing kind of scared and be like, "Oh God, we really don't want to mess this up." Why not?
Good stuff, Matty.
Thank you. I'll try my best.
Now this game.
Well done. So you almost got off the fence there.
Almost.
Almost. You're still clinging on slightly.
Almost.
This one, you've got to think France will bring their big boys back in again.
Well,
get back and Poland have somehow got through, skin of their teeth.
It got a bit messy, but
is this a resurgence of Poland? I mean, is this kind of like one of those things where if Poland gets to the next round, is this kind of like, okay, we need to get our shit together? Or is this going to be a France that lays back and is like, no, fuck it, I'm going to win 4-0? For me, I think it depends on what type of Poland team shows up. Because they got the team, but they don't have the talent that can take them all the way. So I think this is going to be interesting. I think it's going to be either France 2-0, 4-0, maybe 2-1. I just think France. This is a team that's just dominant, man.
I think that's just the thing that's so dangerous about predicting knockout football, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like when it is literally down to, it's not like 38 games or whatever to prove yourself. It's literally one set of 90 minutes and that's it. It's like it is dangerous because literally any
mistake, anything going wrong here.
I do think France are going to get the job done, but
I agree.
I do think that last game of the group stage has sort of
a bad taste in their mouth.
It's like they're maybe not as kind of bulletproof, I guess, as we've all sort of thought they are. There's a couple of cracks there. I think they'll get it done. I feel like because it's knockout football, it's going to be close-ish. Like I think like a 2-1, maybe like a 3-1, just with like France's quality. But I think it'll be tense. But I can't see France not doing that.
Yeah, I can see, as I say, I can see France coming back saying, "Look, it was the last game of the round.
It was a fluke.
It didn't matter.
It was a fluke.
It didn't matter. It was all of our second guys." I could see them strolling this. I know 2-0. I reckon it'll be a 2-0, an easy 2-0. I don't.
But like a comfortable type job.
Comfortable. They'll be 2-0 up, and Poland will have long range shots, and they won't have anything.
If France lose this game, I'm just gonna be like, okay, there's got to be something going on. Just like if Argentina loses this game, I will not bet against Argentina again. But just something tells me, man.
If Argentina and France lose those games, then Morocco are winning this World Cup, right?
It's coming home to Korea.
It's coming home to Morocco because at least it's an in the region Middle East team.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I love that.
And FIFA and the World Cup in Qatar and dodgy decisions. No, it could never happen.
No. Speaking of it coming home,
or
England
coming home.
2-0, baby. 2-0 England. Let's go. I love England, man. I love you. Southgate, no, but I love a lot of the players.
What's going on? I know Senegal have been in a bit of hot water. I don't entirely understand the situation.
I saw a headline something. I missed. I saw the headline, but it said something that they've broken some sort of World Cup something or other.
And I saw
there's probably something.
One of their backroom staff was like had to resign because of something. Again, I'm not necessarily saying that's gonna play into the game because like at the end of the day, that's like off field stuff, right? So in theory, it shouldn't matter. The thing is I look at this and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like if we turn up like we did against Wales and like especially in our first game against Iran as well, like I think if we play like that, I think we'll be okay. I'm just really worried that now we've
Southgate
got the knockout stage.
Don't lose.
We're gonna play more like we played against like the US, whereas it was like we literally played to not embarrass ourselves and just be simple, safe England again. And I'm kind of worried that if we play like that, we'll just do a typical England thing. We'll offer nothing going forward, even though the talent we've got is like embarrassing, and then we'll get caught out by something and like lose this like 1-0 in the 85th minute or something.
I want to know what you guys think. If you guys are Southgate, okay, you guys are from England, diehard England fans, what lineup would you put out?
Oof.
What lineup would you put out? You guys are stacked on the bench. There's no non-facts, but you guys are stacked on the bench.
Whichever way you look at it, we probably have the best bench out of most of these nations that are still around. It's where do you start?
Kind of contentious bits, like because like at least
midfield we do Henderson, Rice, Bellingham.
Oh.
In whatever way, two holding and because that's what Southgate will put in, right?
Yeah. I see that.
Right? Does he put Trent at right back, or does he stick with the back four? And does he? I mean, this is where it all gets nuanced now because I would suggest you go Stones, Maguire, Walker, back three.
Stones, Maguire, Walker.
Oh, so you'd like to go back to the back three.
Back three works though for you guys.
Trent as right wing back because you need him to get in, and then you've got your holding three.
Bellingham, Trent's a lot of our creativity when he's on the pitch. So
Then left you put Foden.
Agreed.
Yeah,
and then it's Rashford, Kane up top.
Agreed. Thank you. I've been saying that Rashford should start, but people would think I'm crazy. People think I'm crazy. I'm like, dude, Kane and Rashford, when you put them both together, it's magic. When Sterling is in there, he just wants the ball 24/7. He's going to make stupid mistakes. No, Rashford and Kane need to be up top. I agree with you.
I think it's just because they offer such like different things, right? I do feel like sometimes Sterling wants to almost do too much himself, or like he'll kind of hold on to the ball a bit too much. Whereas I feel like Rashford is a lot more sort of direct sometimes, and will just go at a team when sometimes kind of that's what you need, rather than trying to wait for that individual moment of magic. Like rather than just waiting for something to happen, just do it. And then I think
just make it happen.
Got him making dangerous runs, and you've got someone, like Kane in the middle, and then Foden to just do ridiculous Foden things.
And Grealish is good coming off the bench too. When he's out there with Rashford, though, like I feel like Rashford's a spark for you guys. I really do. I think he's just
it's just that spark. Something with pace that just runs and takes on that last defender. I think sometimes is what you need. That because Kane's doing what he always seems to do in tournaments, which is drop deeper and deeper and start to play rather than a number 9. He seems to be dropping into that 10 role, and we need, if he does that, that's going to make it really congested in the middle. So we need somebody to just know that when Kane's on the ball, like Rashford, head down, go, put me through.
So like fill in a bit more, yeah,
and make those runs over to stretch them. Otherwise, it's just going to be just congested in the middle, and we'll get all frustrated, and everyone will be. So that's
Twitter
what I
goes into meltdown. Southgate out. Everyone's waistcoats are on fire. Yeah, it's just a nightmare, man.
Yeah, Burton gets sold out or whatever else. Nobody. but we, no matter what line up they put out against Senegal, they should be strong enough. Even if it's 4-4-2, boring and whatever else, they should still have enough to make sure of this. Of course, knowing England, it'll be a nervy 0-0 until the 89th minute.
That's what I mean. I think we should get it done, but I feel like I feel like best case scenario will make it harder for ourselves than it needs to be.
Well,
and it will be like tense.
It's like USA and Netherlands. What team's going to show up for the Netherlands? Like England.
I mean, this could be. I mean, as you say, England could come out and go, right, here we go. We play like Iran and be 4-0 up, and suddenly everyone's like, so the opposite, as you say, Matty. Everything suddenly will be like, we're the best in the world. It's all coming home, and la 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 la. Or it could be managed to flag
coming to Rome.
Scrap. Well, and guarantee. I mean, they're not even in the bloody World Cup, but
I know,
it's going to Rome. It's going Rome.
That's coming. It's funny though. No, go on.
And then here we go. A team that shouldn't be there against a team that maybe everyone's second favorite team now.
I'm all in. Japan, easy.
I'm all in on Nippon now.
All in.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Exactly.
Japan, the adopted team of Let's Talk Sports. I'm all in, mate.
We're all in. We're all in for Nippon now. That's it. Let's go.
Let's go. Team since the start, baby.
Yeah, fair play. That's all this World Cup journey has been on. It's just you slowly winning us over to the Japanese.
Slowly winning us over to the Japan and the Asia teams. That's it. We're all in on them now. Australia, Japan.
Here we are.
Let's go,
bro. Next time
South Korea.
Next time Matty and I will be wearing Japan shirts.
Yeah. Let's do it, bro.
Why not, right?
Let's do it,
this
bro.
one could go. This one
now.
I smell a potential banana skin.
I smell an upset here.
Ooh. No, I agree with him. Like, I think this could potentially be an upset. Potentially,
we're potentially saying.
Hang on, first of all,
Argentina.
Which one are we saying? Which one are we saying is the upset?
No, Gary. I want to know what you think first before I say something that's going to blow everybody's mind. And
if the absolute Titans of South Korea get knocked out of this.
So making sure that we all agree that South Korea winning is the upset we're all talking about here.
I would say so.
I would say so. I just think Brazil have got through comfortably without really being tested.
Agreed.
Yes.
South Korea are gonna tooth, nail, claw, fight for absolutely everything, never going away, always hanging around, always going to be in and about.
It's almost the same situation as that Argentina-Australia game. You've got a team that should be clearing away, but then you've also got this team that are going to fight for every last thing because it's almost more important to them, right? But a result here, it would be huge for South Korea. A loss here would be massive for Brazil. If Brazil win this, it's like you should have Brazil.
It's a no-win for Brazil. They should win this.
Yeah.
And are Brazil going to try and shoehorn Neymar back in after he's been out for a couple of games?
That is true. He's
walking straight back into the, or is that will he has to play because it's Neymar? And will him coming back and maybe not being quite fully fit have a detrimental effect to Brazil?
That's a dangerous situation to be in, though, isn't it? If you chuck him straight back in, excellent. But then what if he makes his injury worse and then you lose him for, get through this round? Cool. But no more Neymar for the rest of the tournament.
Neymar's out for the World Cup. Yeah.
It's a tough, I guess that's why these managers are paid the big bucks to manage.
Don't throw him in and then you end up losing the game. It's because Neymar wasn't playing, right?
Yes, it's like the Ronaldo with Portugal thing, right? That's always going to be the storyline, just kind of naturally. Like, when Argentina win, it's a great team effort. When Argentina lose, it's like Messi's failed again, and it's like, mate, come on. It's just it's always going to be the way it is.
Poppycock. Neymar is holding this team back, baby. No. This team is so much better without him, man. It's so much better without him. It's stacked. They're stacked. They're fine.
I'm not going to argue against that. But
I think they'll play better if Neymar doesn't play.
Yeah,
I think they'll play better if
he's going to hurt himself even more, and then it's going to be worse for him in Paris. Be worse for him with drama with Brazil and the coach and everything like that. It sucks for them. It sucks for them. So
it's true, but he does have cartilage made of tissue paper. So
yeah, he's made of glass.
He is. Mm-hmm. He's a luxury player. He's the definition of a luxury player. You'd quite like Neymar there, but
you quite like Neymar on the bench, right? It'd be quite nice.
What Neymar's going to show up?
That's like one that sits on the bench for the first half, I reckon. He'll sit on the bench for the first half, and then the coach will have a decision to make. Because this Brazil squad, as you say, is stacked. It should be outside by halftime.
Agreed.
And if that's the case, then Neymar can come on and get a bit of match fitness without it having a detrimental effect. But if it's tight, I don't reckon they risk him because of he's still coming back he's not fully fit. And that will be the story. But if they were 2 or 3-0 up, yes, he'd get a half.
Yeah, I agree.
But will they go? Okay. That's all the ins and outs, and we've talked around the houses here. Time to put our money where our mouth is. What are we saying?
1-0 Korea extra time.
Oh my God.
I love your guys' reactions. It just makes me feel good.
That is brilliant. I love it. So we're saying 0-0.
We're predicting that Argentina and Brazil are both going to get knocked out
1-0 in extra time. Korea extra
time. Australia and Korea.
Or the last 10, 15, and then stoppage time.
Stoppage time of stoppage time. The last kind of almost lump everything in the one corner.
What if it's like something absolutely mental?
Dude, it is going to be
brought on for the last half an hour and then gives away a penalty.
What's this whole World Cup been? It's been madness.
That's true, actually.
We're sitting here talking about 1-0s and 2-0s and 4-0s and whatever else. Yeah. Inevitably, every single game in this round of 16 will end up 1-1 or 0-0 because nobody wants to lose.
You'd imagine there's not going to be like any blowouts here.
There's going to be no 4-0s or 5-0s. There shouldn't be because all teams are reasonably well. All teams are kind of getting. They've got all the funk out of the way. They've got all the odd niggles and whatever else. And now they're rolling. It's knockout football. But
at the end of the day, if you've made it to this stage, right, even if your team on paper isn't as good as the team you're playing, like you've got momentum behind you. You've got, there's a lot to it. It's not as if you can afford a loss anymore. Now it's like, you know what, you've got to go out there and play like it's your last game, like it is, So
because it is, that's it now. And as you say, this is a prime example. Morocco suddenly flying high. Won the group. Thank you very much. Let's go. 2 wins and a draw. Nobody saw that coming. Yeah. They will be flying. Coming up against a Spain team which looked great, then looked rubbish. And
but then, how much of that frustration from that Japan
they got exposed.
They carry over? Because
they got exposed badly.
Boy, they looked frustrated at the end of that game because they were. And it did get to that point where I think I was always not like worried for Japan, but when like something like that's happening and you're always like, oh, Spain are just going to find a way to come back into this. And then it all of a sudden reaches that point where it's like, maybe they don't. Like maybe Japan actually hold on.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, it was that period, wasn't it, where Japan were 2-1 up and you couldn't see the end. You didn't know if the goalkeeper was still in goal for Spain because
Yeah.
the ball was literally just at one end of the pitch for the 10 minutes or so. And it's just like, I think the commentator said the groundskeepers may as well get on and start doing the other end of the pitch right now because the ball's not going up there. It's just like that, you know, and you think Spain are just going to find a way. And then it was just like, maybe they're not.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like you just get to that point where you're like, do you know what, mate? Japan might just do this. So, I mean,
let's go, bro.
How much of that frustration, you know, like, I guess, you know, they've still made it out of the group stage, but I think considering how well they started off that group to only get through because of goal difference in the end is, you know, maybe that's puts a bit of like a sour taste in your mouth, right?
To not win the group, right? To not win the group must have
exactly
been
after turning up with that type of performance and having 4 points after 2 games, you know, it's kind of crazy to think that they only just scraped through to a Germany team that were pretty subpar, like for the tournament.
Hey man, I love it. This is great. This is great. Spain, I mean they were very exposed at that end, so this is gonna come. I think Morocco is not gonna. I think Morocco's a good team and they're flying high, but overall, I can't believe I'm saying this. What is wrong with me? I think this is gonna be another upset. I really think Morocco is gonna come out, and I think it's gonna be tied at the end. I just have this gut feeling. I really do.
You just want to watch the ball burn, don't you? You're just that guy, isn't it? Just chaos, chaotic neutral, right? That's what you want. You're chaotic.
Why do you think I'm Italian?
The 2022 World Cup final between Japan and Morocco. What a madness! What is going on?
We'd love it. Everyone would love it.
I got two sides though. Spain should be the better team here. They should. Yes. They have a lot of young talent. But the thing is, the young talent can go only so far because you need players that are experienced. They only got maybe 2 or 3 players that are experienced. And they have a great head coach that's winning a lot of championships. Spain should win this game. But Morocco, I mean, they're on. They're on. They won the group, and they're on. So I still think it's going to be someone's going to win 1-0 here. Right, Gary? Yeah. I think someone 1-0 at least. Someone.
Yeah, there's no 2-0, 3-0, as you just said. It's the odd goal in 3, or it's just the odd goal that are going to win most of these games.
So I'm not going to make this prediction. Matty, you do it.
Well, I mean, you've put me on the spot there, mate. That's a tough sitch you've put me in. Because I'm quite comfy on my fence.
You'll be fine.
Get off the fence, Matty. Get off the fence. Or choose a fence. Choose a fence for the. And then go to
get someone to do it for you.
Who knows?
Okay. Come to the dark side.
Right. Listen, I really want to, but my main worry is I feel a bit dirty if we say that Korea are going to knock out Brazil, Australia are going to knock out Argentina, and then
you don't say
Morocco are going to knock out Spain. You know, I feel like we need to at least go for one result that kind of makes sense. But I don't know.
That's fine. This is good. Gary, 1-0 Spain. We'll see what happens. In my heart, 1-0 Morocco. But
watch. I bet Argentina will beat Australia, Brazil will beat Korea, and freaking Morocco will wallop Spain.
Yeah, and then wipe the floor. Right. Then I'm a Moroccan for a day. I'm a Moroccan for a day.
And then we end up with the battling, gritty, whatever you want to call this.
Yeah.
See, now Switzerland love pulling up an upset, though, didn't they?
They do. They're known for it.
Functional Switzerland with Shaqiri and a few players who could maybe.
Functional is the perfect way to describe Switzerland.
Shaqiri needs to watch it, though. Shaqiri needs to watch it, man. His yellow cards and his attitude, dudes, cheap shots. He's a freaking watcher, bro.
He's angry.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a. He's an angry player, isn't he?
He's an angry elf. He's an angry elf.
I would call more of a hobbit. He's kind of a bit broader than
like a hobbit.
Short his furs. But he's playing. Yeah, he's playing angry. He's got that sort of bit between his teeth a little bit, you know. Yeah. But the emotions of today's game for Switzerland, will they be able to get back to some sort of sensible level? I know they've got until Tuesday, so you know they've got time to do it.
That's a fairly sizable break, yeah. But
it's a fairly But it was a big emotional drain on them. It was, tense. That it was a rivalry game.
Right.
I think in the grand scheme of things, that's a lot to get over in such a short space of time, right? That's like the equivalent of I don't know, like Liverpool and Manchester United having a big clash, and then literally like 2-3 days later you're going again in like another massive game, right? Like it's
going against Everton or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like
and also I suppose one thing we haven't tallied up, we haven't even considered in any of these games is who's on what yellow card situation, who, if any, are suspended for the next. I don't know.
That's true.
Because there were a lot of cards thrown about in that Switzerland game, and I've got no clue who's on 2 cards now or anything.
No, that could be damaging.
10 yellow cards. 10 yellow cards were in that game. 5 on both sides.
Jesus. Oh, we like a fiery game of football.
So then potentially we may get to the Switzerland game and go, right, here we go, it's Xhaka and Shaqiri against Ronaldo, and then you go, oh no, Xhaka and Shaqiri are both out because they're both on 2 yellows and they're suspended for the next game, and you're like, oh, suddenly it's like something it's just suddenly thought about because of how fiery that Switzerland game was and the cards were flying around. Or do all the cards get wiped out at the end of the group and you start again? I can never remember how it works.
No, I
think it's after this one, doesn't it? It's after this game.
Over, though.
There's definitely an amnesty at some point. I think it's after this game, though.
I think you're right. I think if you make it through this one scot-free, then they should get wiped, question mark. But
question mark. Let us know if you're listening. I think
big asterisk over that bad boy. But I mean, betting against Cristiano Ronaldo and / or Portugal is always dangerous.
And they've done the business in the group stages. Yes,
that's true.
Last game, but they were done and dusted. They were in.
Whatever, man. 6 points from 2 games, cool. we move.
And the goal, I think, even the goal that they need to lose against was like a fluke, hit somebody's back and landed. And
oh Jesus!
So I'll
beat you to it. Switzerland 1-0. Granit Xhaka does a big sue in front of Ronaldo. Bosh. Done.
You're so easily led. Matt, you're so easily led. That's all Italy's fault. He's just led you down to this madness.
I know. I used to be a reasonable man before this podcast.
Before you started this, you'd have come in and go, Portugal win this 2-1. It's simple, done, dusted. You'd have picked all the food. I think Ronaldo scores twice.
Actually, I'm gonna be straight here. I don't know why. And I don't like it either, but I'm gonna say 1-0 Portugal.
What have you done with the real Italy jet? Here we go.
What are you doing? Listen. You're saving it up for next time.
Shaka's gonna get a red card in this game. His attitude and everything, it's just not there. I love Switzerland. I love Switzerland.
To be fair, if one player would get a red card in a big spot, it's
will we see the return of Ronaldo the winker and get somebody?
No, I think so. I think they're rallied around Ronaldo. I saw a different game with this. Like they I don't know what it is, man. I hate that I'm saying this too, but like, yeah, I think
Ronaldo and Portugal have got that sneak.
Well, it's like Messi. When Messi takes over, he's fantastic. If Neymar comes out and B's a good Neymar, they're phenomenal. But like Portugal, they got the depth, they got the team. I think they can go far. I think Ronaldo has shown that he is a leader, and God, I hate saying that. So 1-0.
God, that feels dirty in your mouth, doesn't it?
It does. That's why I got gum in my mouth. So like, it's
just brushing my teeth whilst I do this.
Yes, I think Portugal are messing around. I think 1-0 Portugal.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Actually,
that's what you meant. I know you. Sorry, you just let the madness get to you. We know. I just think Switzerland it's just one game too far for them after all the stuff they've gone through. I think this is just
that's fair. They've had a pretty taxing group stage. That's fair.
They've had an up and down. Just managed to scrape through. This is one game too far for them.
Agreed.
And to be honest, as a Swiss team, this is probably where they expected to get as well.
I think you'd take that as a Swiss football fan.
It's like the USA too.
Yeah,
it's like the USA too. I mean, this is
USA. This is a win. This is a win. This is if they got here, this is a success for the US.
Yeah, if you told the USA that they were going to take the Netherlands to extra time in the round of 16, I think you'd be like, yeah, fair play. You'd have that win.
That's a win. Yeah. So we're saying extra time, but Netherlands win that one.
Yep.
Biggest shock.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe an extra time, but let's go.
Let's go.
We say France actually is probably going to be the sensible one.
This is good.
So we did pick a sensible
We did. We're good. We're even. Yeah.
And then we got England.
I have a good feeling about this, boys. I have a good feeling about this, boys.
I got a feeling actually that's going to be a little bit more comfortable.
Yes.
Whoa,
thinking back about it,
buddy.
Yes.
Right.
Gary, come on, buddy. Bring it on.
This one, we're all in on Japan. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
right?
easy, mate. We don't even talk about Croatia.
Doesn't matter who it's. It doesn't even matter. Whatever game is Japan, it's 2-0 Japan, no matter what.
Love it.
And then we're into
extra time.
Extra time, and then it's anybody's game, right?
Shock the world.
Spain probably just lost to Morocco.
And hey, I love it. Spain, there we go. And then Portugal won. There we go.
Okay. All right. I can live with those. I think.
I can get behind it. We have to make sure when the last game of this set is Tuesday.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm good with either one.
Tuesday or Wednesday. Sorry, hang on. Tuesday. So if we work that one, because then we have actually have a break, don't we?
Yeah, until Friday.
Friday.
So
yeah.
So there we
Tuesday
go.
or Wednesday. Yeah. So it's not. It doesn't feel so frantic. So this one felt like the last couple of rounds. It felt like we've had to squeeze them in between because there's
always been a slight panic.
I can't do Thursday.
Like, get it in.
Maybe I can't do Thursday. I just can't do Friday.
That's okay.
It's too late by Friday because Friday already kicks off and we can't.
We can figure that out.
My sister's getting married, so I'll be kind of tight. So
you're going to be doing all that family stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fairly important.
Tuesday's better for me.
Willing to allow that. Okay.
We'll do Tuesday, which is just at the same sort of time, just after the last Portugal game, just as Zach's finishing.
Groovy.
Boom. Let's do it, gents. I can't believe this takes 55 minutes. It feels like it takes 10 minutes to start talking to you guys. I just suddenly realised how long it's going. It's like we're almost an hour of chatting and laughing. Brilliant. We shall set it all up. We'll see you on Tuesday. And I think all we can say about this round is go Japan.
That's it.
Japan.
The team of Let's Talk Sports. Let's get it.
Officially announced, officially adopted now as Let's Talk Sports team of the World Cup. It's Japan.